You know, what Babangida is saying now, did he not know this before? Other leaders on the Nigerian side who called it an Igbo coup and who justified the massacre of Igbos in the north, didn't they know? Are they just knowing? What's the point mentioning this now when you knew it all along and when you people like you could have taken a stand so that Igbos wouldn't have been victimized the way they were victimized, you know? Of course, it was not an Igbo coup. If you look at that coup, the major participants, the person whose idea it was Ifa Juna. Then he brought in Nzogo and then Ademoyega, a Yoruba man. Those were the principal leaders of that coup. Nzogo has been, if you don't mind my using, Igborized more than he needs to be Igborized. The man was from Asaba, but was more of a northerner than anything else. In fact, he was such a northerner that people attributed to him a tradition that's common in the north, which is to give you the name of your place of birth. And so he was called Kaduna. And Chinua Achebe mentions him in his book, There Was a Country. Chinua Achebe says that the man could hardly make a sentence in his Saba language, which is very much like Igbo. But he could speak Hausa like a native, you know. So if you look at these three people, the only real Igbo person there was Ifa Juna. And then nobody's talking about the non-commissioned officers, the sergeants, the staff sergeants, many of whom were not Igbos. Many are not talking about young officers like Atong who later became the governor of the Ben Plateau. So Babangida has said that that's good, that's wonderful, except that it is too late, if you don't mind my saying it. I guess it's not too late to correct history, but if people like him and people who, he was a relatively junior officer, but there were top officers who knew that that was not the truth. They could have taken a stand and it might have gone a long way in preventing a lot of those unnecessary killings. But I assure you that even though Babangida has said this, there's still many people that are still going to tout that coup as an Igbo coup, which is absolute nonsense. Excuse me.